coach and co-founder of the Bengals. Here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down.
A torn ACL cost George Pickens most of his final season at Georgia, but he did return for the college football playoffs and had an impact. And in his first 2 years there, wow. Led the Bulldogs in touchdowns both seasons. Had people thinking he could be a first-round pick. The ceiling is huge with this kid. Nice pickup there for a first down.
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third.
Pickett back to throw.
And this one is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
Back deep, Trent Taylor. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Throwing again on second down.
Burrow finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards there and a first down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's second down. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game. And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one, because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Another try for Mixon, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
3rd and goal, Burrow. Flushed out right, and he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off, because in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They'll try and run with Mixon, and the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Mixon unable to find the goal line on 4th down. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll start the drive with Harris. And some room to work. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the delay, here's Harris. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Pickett. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage and then get on top of you in a heartbeat.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. First down, here's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
From the 10, 1st and goal. Now Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal from 28 yards out. McPherson's kick is good, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Pickett will look to throw it here. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 43-yard line. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the 1st.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he's stopped up short of the 1st as they tackle him down at about the 36. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
McPherson, as a rookie last year, made a league-leading 9 kicks from 50-plus yards and added to it in the playoffs with some other big kicks to help propel his team to the Super Bowl. But that time, unable to convert.
To the air on first down with Pickett. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Sam Hubbard just continues to quietly produce for the Bengals. He plays the run, but he can also rush the passer, and had 7.5 sacks in 2021.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Pickett. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Pickett. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Slant pass to Bull. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals! Joe Burrow with a touchdown connection to Tyler Boyd. And the Bengals are in for 6.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, They have refined route running ability.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-0 as they come up 1st and 10. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Again, it's Harris on second down.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Pickett now from the gun here. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That's a much-needed accomplishment there on 3rd down. They've been forced to punt far too many times already. They needed something to go their way, and they're able to get a new set of downs.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sam Hubbard able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack on first down, Pickett. His throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll try the right side with Harris.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Presley Harvin now. That time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Good drive last time, really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 63 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Looking to throw again on second down. Pickett going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Pickett back to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on fourth down. And back deep, Gunnar Olszewski. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Mixon. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From the 24, Burrow. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Now Pirine, and he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 28-yard line.
Harris will start the drive out.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Pickett. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett. He finds Pickens over the middle.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
He's going to air one out.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
A great effort there. 34 yards.
And the Steelers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Burrow on play action.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
From midfield now, Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On third down, Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing...
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Cameron Hayward just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Cameron Hayward is the heart and soul of the Pittsburgh defense year after year and was an all-pro for the 3rd time in 2021 after putting up 10 sacks.
Mixing up the middle. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Trey Hendrickson coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 49.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
From the 44.
Burrow.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Mixon.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They hand off to their big tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Bengals have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Throwing again on second down.
Pickett. It's Najee Harris now on back-to-back plays with a catch.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
From the 41,
Pickett, quick slant, finding Claypool.
and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
They'll throw again with Pickett. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down.
Harris has it over the middle.
And he will have a Steelers first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Pickett, he's going to throw it again. That's going to be caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The Bengals set to take over. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for your kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way. but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much too.